What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 81 of the XtraSlice, brought to you by the Cheesy Controller Podcast. I'm your host, Anton LaPlatte. Joining me, as always, we have the mayor of Esports Valley, Chris Montalbano.
2022 Cheesy Controller Podcast will have this Stardew trophy.
We got the Ray Trace Durag, Madrid Devon.
I am one of Midnight's sons now. It's just what it is.
And we have the most degenerate squid in the cult, Jalen Roberts.
I don't care she's 21 feet tall. I'm drinking that bathwater.
We got a jam-packed episode for you guys this week. We're going to be talking about Destiny 2 and the Witch Queen. We're going to be talking about Monster Hunter. We're going to be talking about Gamescom and the Xbox Showcase and Opening Night Live. And we're going to be talking about Saints Row. The first thing I wanted to talk about this week, just so we can get out the way, is Monster Hunter Rise is having a Street Fighter 5 or just Street Fighter collaboration for
An Akuma collaboration. Start throwing Goki, whatever they call Akuma's freaking Red Hadoukens.
That's cool.
Yeah. Apparently, it's like when you have the layered armor on and you equip a sword and shield, you
get a whole new moveset.
Right. So that'll be really cool. That's one of the interesting things. So, like, the 3 Capcom collabs so far have been the Monster Hunter Stories one, the, oh, crap, brain fart, Okami. I don't know why. I saw Amaterasu in my head, and I'm like, what is the name of this game? But it's Okami. So that's the first thing I just wanted to get out the way. It looks cool. I know a lot of people were playing Monster Hunter Rise, so if you've been enjoying Monster Hunter Rise, you know, there's more content.
Here's some more content. There you go. If you didn't make that
no
switch
new
to
monsters,
stories.
but
Yeah.
it'll be fun. I don't need to be complaining about not having new monsters, because they already had a hard time getting that game out the door, and I got a lot of hours out of it. So you know,
that's true.
I can wait. I can wait for the Rise Ultimate, the Rise Born expansion.
The Rise and Shine.
I like that.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Because you're going to be
I would
up
make a
and
bet
at
that that's
them.
not going to be in it.
Oh, of course not. That's a great name.
Yeah, solid.
That name would be fun and powerful.
Yeah. It's not
They
head
don't
ass
want it
enough.
timid
though.
and weak. Right, yeah. It's not Monster Hunter enough. After Legends of the Guild, I need all the Monster Hunter lore.
Okay, Monster Hunter Rise and Shining.
We're getting there.
You're adding
A little
unnecessary letters.
Yeah.
I think that'll work.
All right, I'm here for it, you know.
Yeah. Yes, no, maybe so.
I was here for Rise and Shine, but, like, if it's got to be extra as fuck, I get it.
I don't know, because Iceborne wasn't really, so, like, from World to
That's
Iceborne,
true.
that wasn't really culture shock, you know.
They just added a fucking big ass ice level. It was like Iceborne.
Yeah, they got to add G rank, master rank, whatever they decide to call it. And when that happens, I know we're going to get a bunch of new monsters. I know there's going to be a lot of content that people have just been sleeping on. So I think the game's really going to come back to life whenever that ends up happening.
Yeah, because I still haven't even fought the true final boss, I want to say. So,
Oh,
or whatever.
so you're not HR 100?
Whatever the fuck. 100.
I mean, I had to put in the time. I had to grind. I had to, you know, make it to HR 100. There's, like, new monsters and stuff.
What time, brother? What time?
Yeah.
I don't know. Monster Hunter is one of those games that, like, just takes time. That's why I haven't been able to do stories. Like, if I pick up stories, that's at least 50 hours down the drain that I don't have to just flush.
I know. I want to play stories so bad, but I don't have the time for it. And then, like, we got more Pokemon coming out in, like, in a few months. You know, we got Pokemon, we got SMT, We got. There's actually more,
Yeah, we got
which is alarming.
Endwalker by the end of the year. We got.
I just meant Pokemon type games, just in general.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that's true.
Don't even get me started on other JRPGs. Don't even get me started on other action games. We'll be here all fucking day.
Oh
It's
man.
just so much stuff, and I'm playing a lot, but I feel like somehow the pile of stuff I need to play is just getting bigger.
You know what?
It's also because of like the length of some of these games.
They're ridiculous.
I'm sorry. I'm getting tired of games having to be over like 60 hours. It's getting ridiculous.
I mean, to be fair, when you pick like JRPGs, you kind of sign up for a 60+ hours.
Actually, no. That's a more recent thing.
Is it?
Unless you're going for completionist, yeah.
How is
Most JRPGs are like sub 40.
like old Final Fantasy?
Yeah.
Shit,
Right,
those-
didn't
yeah,
Final
old
Fantasy
Final Fantasies
13
are like 30. 30, 40.
Wasn't Final Fantasy 13 like 40 hours until it got good?
Final Fantasy 13 main story is only 48 and a half hours.
Wait, did you just say got good? Come on now. If,
Oh, 13. Okay.
if anything, that game gets worse.
I did hear him slip that in, but I wasn't gonna say
No,
anything.
the game gets better. The game gets better because once you get the entire cast, you can hang out with Fang the entire time. Like, that's just how that works.
I'm not going to go into 13 discourse because it doesn't deserve the attention. If anything, I'll say my piece on it. That shit needs to... It doesn't need a remaster. It needs to, from the ground... Not even from the ground up, just a remake. Just like, fucking change the combat. Dear God.
See, the thing about 13 is that outside of the way it handled its Peregrine system, the game's actually a lot better than we give it credit for. In every other aspect, especially.
That music,
That
man.
soundtrack is amazing.
I will never...
The art style is beautiful.
I will
they
never
really...
argue against that. And y'all,
But I
and
will
y'all-
not defend that gameplay.
y'all
I will
know
not
this.
defend that combat system. I can't
Yeah,
do it.
The
fucking-
paradigm system is just...
The idea of it is cool, and then the execution of that game is literally like, look at me, I can walk in a straight fucking line.
Yeah.
It's like, let's make the gameplay as linear as possible, and let's make the fucking story convoluted as hell.
The story is not convoluted. The storyline makes perfect sense. Okay, so you got two planets, right? Both of them are launching terrible propaganda against each other, claiming that the other one's here to destroy the other, allowing the government to take over and pretty much kill off whoever they want.
Sounds like Final
There you go,
Fantasy.
plot of 13. Now we're
That's
gonna go
fun.
fight the government.
Why not?
I think by the time I actually started fighting the government, that was when I got stuck in that game.
No, you were fighting the government since day one. Literally, the opening sequence is we're gonna take a bunch of people, move them to a kill world. Like, you were fighting the government from the jump.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like actually like going to them. By the time I finished doing all that stuff, they showed up with the airship, and then they took off. I don't remember what they did with the airship. I just remember there being a giant ass airship.
Can y'all see me mentally checking out, thinking about this game? Because
I don't know how we got here. Let's talk about a game.
this is
that
what you
more
wanted,
people care
Anton.
about. I still want my 13 trilogy remaster, but that
I wouldn't pretend like I wouldn't buy it.
No, I'm not gonna give them
Mostly
money
for
that.
13 too, if I'm being 100 here.
Wasn't 13-2 where like they did a lot of dancing? Or am I thinking about?
That's
Okay, so
10-2.
13.2 made
That's
a lot of the
10-2.
improvements that we wanted out of 13, but the problem is they gave us the worst out of the sisters.
The damn.
he
that's-
says that like it's like 6 sisters. It's just 2.
No, there's only two. It's Lightning and Sarah.
Well then, that's worse.
I couldn't remember her name off the top of my head. It took me a second.
Oh well.
Sarah, smile. How much smile a while for me? Never mind. Destiny 2 is getting its Witch Queen expansion. March.
Savathun, 21 feet tall.
Wait,
and
no.
everybody wants her
Is it
bathwater.
2/22/22? Is it 3/22/22?
What?
The release date for the Witch Queen.
2/22/22.
Okay.
222.
So, yeah, end of February, we're getting probably the biggest Destiny content drop ever, possibly.
I mean, look, let's put it this way. Whenever, Bungie has tackled any of Oryx's siblings, Oryx and his siblings, the game gets lit. I'm just saying.
So now we gotta go.
Yeah, they did make a big deal about how Destiny's made by Destiny fans. You can trust them.
I mean, the fact that
They love Destiny.
within the same day the trailer came out, we knew how tall Zaphthun was, so we could all.
They Lady D's Sabathun, and I don't know how I feel about that, but
Like,
whatever.
Zaphthun could
Hey,
use Lady D as a baseball bat.
Yo, demon women right now, right? Monster women. Isn't
Is that the new
thing?
meta?
Fucking
Look.
Lilith in 2 games.
I'm saying this right now. We've gotten to the point where everyone can be openly. Is it Monster Fucker Year? That's what this is.
Monster fucker world.
That's the meta now. Is this just Monster Fuckers?
Monster Fucker Ride.
If somebody stood up, I would have died then.
Right.
And we can't see Jalen.
Nah, I'm not. Nope, not today. Not today.
But yeah, so Destiny 2, they're adding the Glaive, which is a first-person melee weapon that can also shoot projectiles and create a shield.
Is it like a? I didn't see it. Is it like a staff, like a lance? So it's a
Yeah.
legit
No.
glaive?
It's more like a giant shuriken.
Yeah, it's legit a Glaive.
Okay. Wait, you said a giant
Well,
shuriken?
Well, there's 2 types of glaives because technically there's a pole arm named a glaive.
Yeah, that's what it's more similar to.
It looks like a shuriken. It looks like a shuriken throwing knife looking glaive.
What?
Did
Hold on.
I watched something about Destiny 2. I feel like I have no idea what the fuck you guys are talking about.
I just saw some of the.
Yeah, if you just type in Destiny Glaive, it's a glaive. It's a pole arm.
Okay, I thought it was the throwing weapon style of glaive.
No.
I must be looking at something else.
This shit kind of look like a bayonet.
All right, that's kind of tight. I like that.
Yeah. So it's their first-person melee weapon because all the other melee weapons you go into third person.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be really cool. And I mean, content crossplay dropped today, or a couple days ago now. Crossplay.
No, it was yesterday.
Oh, it actually dropped.
The season started yesterday,
Okay.
as of recording on the 24th.
Yeah.
Okay. So
That's
it now has full crossplay and cross save. The only thing it doesn't have is cross entitlement to DLC. So
Yep, you don't keep your licenses.
yeah, Jalen went over to Steam. He set up crossplay, went over to Steam, was playing, and realized he couldn't do anything because he didn't have Beyond Light or Forsaken. And do you have Shadowkeep at all?
Nope. Never bought Shadowcape. Didn't bother.
So one of the interesting things with the Destiny Witch Queen expansion is it's coming. They're bringing back Galahorn, and there's like a $100 edition that comes with the season passes, the expansion, and the 30th anniversary celebration pack, which is like armor sets and the Galahorn and some other things. And I think I'm gonna it has references to Marathon. So it's like a celebration of Bungie, not just Destiny. And so I'm going to check it out. How are you guys? I know. Well,
I'm
going to
be playing
Witch
Witch Queen when it comes out. I was playing a little bit today. It's nice to just... Destiny does shooting that... Destiny and games like Splitgate has really been doing me well when it comes to shooters. Because all the Battle Royales have gotten me kind of used to just waiting a lot in my shooters. Like, I'm either waiting in lobbies, waiting to drop, waiting to find somebody, instead of just kill, die, repeat, kill, die, repeat, kill, die, repeat.
I feel that.
So, I've really been enjoying just shooting at stuff in Destiny 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going back to Destiny 2. I think it's along the same lines of like, I don't have the time, and I don't think I want to add that Destiny 2 into the
Yeah,
time
like adding the commitment of another grind heavy game with a battle pass,
Especially
with like content you're supposed to go out there and like explore and find and shit. And then Lord forbid you want to do raids and shit like that. That's just gonna take a bunch of time. So if you're playing one of those, that's gonna eat any of your other like live service grind heavy games. Like there goes your 14. There goes your Apex,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I guess
Apex
I'm the
was pissing
only
me
one
off
with the
today.
current season pass, so I'll probably spend a little bit of time with it.
Do you just get everything season pass?
Huh?
Do you get everything season pass?
I try to, just so I don't have to spend that money later on. Like, I try and pre-order, and then, like, have it with all the stuff. So, like, if there's an update that I'm like, oh, that looks really cool, I can hop in and have the stuff and not need to get anything.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Because I could save money by, like, waiting till it goes on sale and getting whatever, but, like, I tend to pre-order early, and then, so, like, stuff just comes out, and I have it. So, like, I have Endwalker pre-ordered, I have a couple other things on PlayStation pre-ordered. I have to think about what they are, but, especially with the digital PS5, like, I just come home, and it's, like, counting down to whatever.
Just walking like,
Yeah.
good.
With me personally, I'm going to dabble a little bit in Destiny 2, but my main grind game is 14 while I finish my backlog. Because Endwalker's in what? 3 months?
Yeah.
No, 2 months at this point, really.
Yeah.
Wait. What's
About
it?
like 9 weeks.
Yeah.
2 months before we get sucked into our first Isekai.
Right. We're all sitting there on launch night and we just get isekai'd. We're all sitting there with our PS5s.
You must think they're printing out more PS5s.
I already pre-ordered it on PC, so that's not happening.
You know, it was worth a try. Worth an attempt.
Yep.
I feel that.
I don't even know where I was going with this. Let me just go back to these notes and just...
It's okay, so the other big thing that happened in gaming today was Gamescom.
Yeah. Today and yesterday.
A lot of new trailers, a lot of stuff was shown off.
Yep.
No Resident Evil, though.
God damn it.
Chris, I just want to kneecap you real quick.
Bastards.
Nothing.
Goddamn rumor.
Not a single
they
thing.
even tweeted some shit. Like, fucking assholes. Just like...
I don't know. I after that last E3, I wouldn't have expected anything from like Resident Evil.
I would have
But they said
expected
something.
something.
Like, didn't
That don't mean
they say
shit.
there was going to be something?
Well, they didn't say they were going to be part of opening night live or the Xbox presentation, which are the things that have happened so
right.
far.
We're still like, this is only day one.
Technically day one.
Okay,
there was like a day zero.
Break down this Gamescom and like, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah, I feel like, is this new? Just like...
No, Gamescom
Gamescom's
is like
been happening for years. It's just one of those. Normally, it's not.
It's more of an in-person event. It's like one of
Yeah.
the highest attended in-person events. But with that, they had to go online, and then this kind of just like
Thanks, Coke.
expanded because now everything's online and being streamed out.
Is this still Summer Games Fest?
This is the wrap-up. Opening Night Live is the end of Summer Games Fest. So, that was it. It's done. Now we're just leading into the Game Awards.
So the opening
Opening of Gamescom.
Is
was
the
the
end.
closing.
So is the beginning of the end?
So it was the beginning and it was the end. It was the alpha and the omega.
You must embrace the duality to understand true power.
See, now what we're discussing is actually Evangelion 3.0 plus 1. Was it 1.01?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Well, that's a different conversation.
I have feelings.
So Gamescom is what,
that's
it's a couple days or
it's pretty
Yeah,
much
it's like a
Wednesday,
week-long
Thursday, Friday.
thing.
So there's still
Or
time.
yeah, like a weekend. So yeah, I'd say we might be getting I think it's a week-long thing. So we might be getting news all the way through till Friday. So by the time this is out, there'll be a whole bunch more
Shit we didn't talk
juicy
about.
Gamescom news that we're just going to completely miss.
So you're
But I
saying
mean-
there's hope.
Hope for what?
Your best chance is tomorrow.
Cool.
Oh yeah, for Resident Evil, definitely, Chris. Like
I'm
could
here to get my heart
definitely
broken
see you
again.
I mean, if they said they're going to be at Gamescom, it's like E3. It's a
I don't
trade
know if
show.
they
so.
said they were going to be there. It was just like the number 4.
Well,
and
they
then
said they were
Itchy
going to
and
have. They said they were going to be at
Tasty.
E3, and all they said was we're going to have DLC for Resident Evil 8.
Are you
Right.
are you sure you want to be there when they like
I
put the release date on that fucking Resident Evil versus thing?
Resident Evil
Oh, I forgot about the shooter.
That shooter?
Yeah, that
Is,
guy.
is that
The Battle Royale
Is that
looking
what you want to get your
game.
hopes up for?
No.
I just want to ground
What
you
was
real
that
quick.
image?
No.
I just
that-
want you to know.
Image that you were losing your shit over?
Wait, what? No.
There was an image.
Oh, yeah. It was what presumably could be Ada Wong and a BSAA jacket, which is who Chris Redfield works for. And so I lost my shit. Just wanting to know what the fuck and how. Because if you...
And also, which Ada is that?
Yeah.
Is that regular Ada? Is that another clone?
Why
Like,
is 6 canon?
Super Saiyan 2. Resident Evil Outrage. Possible Revelations 2 successor may be announced during Gamescom. So this wasn't even like an official tweet. From,
No, but there was another one I could have sworn that said... fuck, I looked it up. Like, it just said for
Resident
Itchy,
Evil Outrage.
Tasty.
Possible Revelations 2 successor may be announced through Gamescom.
Yes.
That's the...
Yeah,
That's the
that's
rumor.
the same tweet I was just looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Chris, this is why you got to drop your
I
story.
get it.
Because, I mean, I saw this. I saw you have a reaction, and then nothing. But, I mean, while we're talking about Gamescom, we got finally a release date for Master Chief, or I almost called it the Master Chief Collection, Halo Infinite. And it has a new Elite
Master
controller.
Chief Fridge.
Huh?
It comes with... You can't tell me the new Xbox looks like a fridge, doesn't look like a fridge, and now they have a Master Chief skinned fridge.
It does.
Yo,
It
yo
looks-
playing. I'm about to fuck around and get that shit.
Yo, it's sick as fuck.
You acting like I don't want it.
It's got
I'm
like the
gonna fuck around
star.
and get it.
It's like little galaxy design at the top of it. I was like, this.
I hope
whole
it powers on
console.
with the.
Oh, please.
No, it's just gonna be the same, like weirdly hollow, like. That
Is that how they sound?
I don't
they
know.
have like a
I don't know.
compared to like how high pitched like the beeps are for the PlayStation. They just seem kind of like deep and hollow.
No, my
Yeah, but, like,
PlayStation cuts on.
Xbox
my dog
is so-
side-eyes me.
Xbox is so aware of itself. I mean, they made a mini fridge based on their console. I feel like they could do that if they just listen to people, because that's what they do now. They could do that.
Hey, yo, Xbox.
Just
Put the
please.
motherfucking yodeling in that shit.
Send the cheesy boys 4 Xbox Series X's.
Please
with
and
a
thank
year
you.
Game Pass each.
We'll be your favorite podcast. We will become full.
Look, we will we will unleash unlimited shill works for you.
Unlimited shoe work. Yo, you no ponies over here. Bots on.
I am the bone of my paycheck.
But yeah, so we got the Halo release date, Series 2 Elite controller, and a special edition Series X. I mean, it still looks really great.
Yeah.
I'm still super excited for this.
Ooh, they should do a special edition Series S modeled after, like, I guess his new AI.
I mean, they would have announced
Cortana's
that.
technically rogue now.
Yeah, I think we're a little too late. Maybe we'll get that, or whatever the next series of Xboxes is. Oh, it'd be really
Series
cool
XS?
if... Think about, you know how they've been talking about doing like a streaming stick that you can just plug into a HDMI and, you know, stream xCloud? What if that were the chip that the AI were on? What if that was like the xCloud?
They did name their Siri replacement Cortana, so yeah.
And then
it
eventually
fit.
made Cortana's voice Cortana from the game.
Yep.
Because it
Right.
wasn't originally like, it was a different voice.
That'd be so dope.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Xbox.
Come on.
Yo, Lana, clip all this and send it to Microsoft for us. Thank you.
Right.
All right, so another thing we got that was kind of big, Horizon Forbidden West has been officially delayed into 2022. February 2022 is stacked. So we got Destiny, we got Horizon, we got a lot of these games we're going to talk about are coming out February 2022.
Black History
Month.
Month.
That's just going to be the shortest
Like,
month
it
of the
literally
year.
already
is
has
next
too many
year.
games. This is ridiculous. Like, well, I'm talking Witch Queen, Destiny Witch Cream.
Witch
it's
Cream?
Like 2 weeks. That Witch Queen. That's what's happening. That's what's happening.
Monster fucking world.
I'm about to take Savathun and spread her like a biscuit.
Witch cream.
But anyway,
Anton just
you got
lost
Destiny. You got Elden Ring coming out like a week before that.
Right.
Oof.
Oh,
You got You got Pokemon coming out a week before that.
That's getting delayed. Come on, let's be real.
Elden Ring, Pokemon.
Ain't
Yeah,
no
Elden
Pokemon,
Ring.
come on.
And then also Saints Row comes out on the 25th. The fucking Saints Row reboot.
Oh
That
yeah,
shit is
don't forget about
sick.
Breath of the Wild 2 is going to come out a couple days after Horizon.
Right, yeah.
Right.
They don't respect it. Anyway.
It's ridiculous.
See, this is why you got to pre-order early.
I mean, I can still
be
buy
fair.
it, but damn. It's the
We'll be
time.
able to play it.
Right.
Yeah, that's,
Right. I got it because I still got to work to afford all these
Not
games.
that, like,
Shit.
just...
Damn, that is stacked. Fuck. It's already stacking up. Yo, the video game flood is here.
It's
right, we're back.
it
So
literally
it's
it
interesting.
starts
It never
in 2 weeks
stopped.
and it does not end for 6 months, at minimum.
Right, it's gonna be like a big game every single week. That's the crazy part. Like, there's gonna be something big dropping every single week, and I still haven't beat Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Yo, that shit looks beautiful, by the way.
Yeah. got
That
to
was the
play.
only PlayStation 5 game I looked at and it was like, ah.
I mean, yeah, that is the graphical showcase game.
Yeah.
Because even like the way it moved, I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
fucking smooth.
Because
It
I
just-
have it set to the performance RT mode, so it has ray tracing on, but runs at 60 frames per second.
It was
So
cool.
it's like a variable resolution. But since you guys, like, it's hard to tell that it's a variable resolution, even for me. And you guys know that I, like, pay way closer attention to that than you guys.
That's true. Nah, getting to play that on
Yeah.
Sunday was just like a premium experience.
Mm-hmm.
I was almost sold on a PS5 and then you told me to turn it off, and I was like, all right, I'm coming down. I was like,
It lost its hold on
Wait,
you.
no, I
The
thought you
magic
said
was
you were
gone?
done and or somebody wanted to play Hades.
yeah, well, I was literally about to just sit there and beat Ratchet and Clank. And I was like, I'm not going to hog this PlayStation for the next 3 hours. But yeah, I was like, I get it. This sells me a PlayStation 5. But when I left Ratchet and Clank, I was like, I got to be rational about it.
So I actually feel. Well, I guess I do feel how you feel because I feel less inclined to get one because like we were playing Hades, you know. Besides like the subtle heartbeat, like when you're like really low on health, that I noticed in the haptics,
Right.
I was like, oh.
That
I'm
haptics
like,
makes
that
being
feels
low on
cool.
health so much more stressful.
Or petting Cerberus, that was cool.
That was
But
fun.
besides like playing Guilty Gear, like just watching it, I was like, I don't really need one. Like I don't have that burning desire anymore. Like if I might see like a queue or something up, or if I get an email again, I might try it. But I care less now. Especially like now that I have this 4K monitor hooked up, I can still sit up here and run like Final Fantasy like
And it
like
looks
in a
Right,
clear
yeah,
resolution.
you're still on the PS4 Pro.
Yeah, I'm
which-
still on a Pro. So like if I had a regular PlayStation 4, maybe I would be more inclined. But with this, I'm like, yeah, I'm coasting, and who knows? I'm still holding out for a special edition console.
Yeah.
As someone with a PS4, with a like an old PS4,
Yeah. A base PS4.
yeah, base PS4,
Year after launch.
Ooh.
yeah,
Ooh.
outside of like me not, if I had the time to play Ratchet and Clank, then I'd be like, yeah, I would want a PS5 more than I do, which is not at all. Like the few games that would actually like truly take advantage of that console that I have not already spent my time in, I don't have time to play.
Actually, Ratchet and Clank isn't that long, is it?
No.
No. Like, and the good thing about it is it's super quick. So, like, I had been playing it. I picked it up a couple times in the last week, and it was just like, I play like an hour, and the trophies are coming in.
Oh, it's
like-
only 11 hours?
Right.
Yeah. It's a quick game.
Oh.
Things are always. I platinum it in like 2 days. 2016, I platinumed that one in 2 days.
Yeah, but you were also playing that game like a crack addict.
Yeah, but I play 14.
But 11
like a
hours in
crackhead.
2 days is kind of like, that's kind of excessive.
No, he completed it. Completing
Platinumed it.
2016 is 22 hours.
I mean, that is all I played.
Like,
And I didn't have any. I didn't shit.
had the
Like,
time.
stop fucking judging
you had
me.
the time.
Right. I was like, I got home from work and all I did was drink beer and fucking platinum Ratchet and Clank. What can I say?
You know, sometimes that's
shit.
how it gotta be.
I will say the haptics on the just to go back to the PS5, as playing in Ratchet and Clank, I lost all of it. Like getting into the game, I got so immersive. Like I didn't really feel the haptics anymore. Like it didn't
Right,
matter.
and that's something like you guys pointed out the heartbeat thing in Hades, and I've played a lot more Hades than you guys played, but like the haptics, it's just something, I don't know.
I feel like it's a cool.
You get used to
gimmick,
it.
but
Your
you,
body
like,
starts tuning it out because you're focused.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the thing that caught me off guard, I was just like, oh, that kind of tickles. This is a little. I haven't felt this rumble pattern before, you know. I was like, oh, that's
Right,
new.
that's the thing. Like, it's
But it is
new and
it's
it's
super
novel.
subtle because if it was more forceful, you'd be like, hey, yo, what the fuck?
That's true.
I just want to play the game. But the only other thing I would we should have played Pathless.
I do have that.
I heard that shit's fire. And then you can finally feel the bowstring tension thing.
Well, I mean, you could do that in Ghost. I did
Oh, we did
have
that.
the PS5 version of Ghost of Tsushima
I did
right
feel
there.
that. I mean, I think the last time I went over to Anton's and he had me play the PS5 version.
Well, no, you had played the PS4 version on the PS5 that it had like a patch. Now it's the PS5 version with the director's cut stuff.
So you're saying I missed out?
Yes.
Yeah, you played the PS4 version.
Next
and-
Sunday.
No. But yeah, so I was just looking at my trophies to see like what games I've been playing this last week, and it's been Final Fantasy 14. Did a lot of raiding. I've done every alliance raid in the game now.
Nice.
So
Nice.
That's gonna help.
there's that. I'm on 5.4 now.
4 or 5.
No. Let me see. What's the name of the one that I'm on? I can tell you the name of the patch for anybody who's actually playing 14. I'm in Futures Rewritten.
Oh, that was a good one. I think
Dude,
it's better.
Reflections in Crystal was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I think 4 or 5 was good, and 0.5 is pretty good, or 5.
Right. Yeah, all I have left is Death Unto Dawn Part 1 and 2 after Futures Rewritten, so I'm getting there, almost caught up. Almost.
Cool. And to hijack this conversation right back to Gamescom, Saints Row is getting a reboot. I'm getting on my Sandbox, and I'm not getting off for a minute.
Soapbox?
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, Soapbox. I got about
Soapbox about Sandbox games?
Yes. So, they're rebooting Saints Row, and I love it. And you could tell that as a reboot because they're taking characters from Saints Row 3 and they're putting them into, well, the reboot. Like Kinsey. Kinsey first appeared in Saints Row 3 as a ex-FBI hacker who ends up working for you. But with the way they showed off the trailer, we're going back to stylings closer to Saints Row 2, not Saints Row 3, and I fucks with it. Because,
I was gonna say, as a person who's never played a Saints Row game, I've seen some gameplay but never played it. Which out of the 3 did you like the style more, or at least 2 and 3?
Actually, gameplay. Okay, 3 is just 2 with a better character creator and more content.
Nice. Okay.
Like 3 is when Saints Row truly became its own, because Saints Row 1 was just a blatant GTA ripoff.
Yeah.
Saints Row 2, that's when we started getting fun and interesting. Saints Row 3, the franchise became its own entire thing.
And then it started going off the rails with Saints Row 4 and Agents of Mayhem.
I don't consider Agents of Mayhem to be canon. I know that it technically is, but I don't count it as canon.
I mean, yeah.
I feel that.
Technically it is, but I don't consider it. I don't really consider it canon. Because I think outside of the fact that you could get like Johnny as a DLC character, you're not playing any of the Saints.
It's just in the same world.
Oh, I wouldn't even say that. No, it's not. Because of the events of Saints Row 4, it can't be in the same world. The Earth gets blown up within the first 30 minutes of Saints Row 4. Yeah. Yeah.
So this is a full-ass reboot because that...
Oh no, this is a full-ass reboot. Like,
Technically
we're going
couldn't
back to,
happen.
like, our more basic gang-on-gang violence from, like, Saints Row 2 and 3.
Okay, cool. I mean, sometimes a game has to go back to the basics.
Heck, it's not even the base. Like, the reason why I prefer Saints Row over Grand Theft Auto is the character creator. Like, Saints Row has always had the better character creator, the better customizable options with the different outfits and this different stupid crap you had, and then the weapons were stupid and wild. Like, Saints Row had the dubstep gun.
Yeah. Oh, I remember.
And the dildo bat.
And the tentacle bat. Called the Violator. Like...
Yeah,
What do
they
you mean
did,
by
like...
one of the execution animation was literally you violating somebody with it. So yeah, it's called the Violator for a reason.
So
Them aliens had it coming.
I didn't get a chance to watch the trailer. Is the
Your
humor...
Huh?
Because I feel like Saints Row 3, like what I remember of that game, would instantly get canceled in 2021.
It wouldn't get canceled. It's very chaotic and It's very... The thing about Saints Row, and this is part of the reason why I love it so much, is that it's silly. It doesn't take itself that... Well, Saints Row 2 tried to take itself seriously. But then when we got to Saints Row 3, they're like, we don't do series no more. We're stupid. Like, one of the gang members in Saints Row 3 is a luchador that you wrestle. And one of the options is to demask him. Like, the game is stupid, and I love it.
Well, that's just rude.
And I really can't wait to get my hands on Saints Row in February of next year.
Right, another February game. So, I mean, while we're looking at this list, we've talked Halo, we talked Saints Row. Midnight Suns is a new Marvel strategy game from the creators of
All right, now it's time for me to
XCOM.
talk about comic books for 5 minutes.
I mean, this game, I haven't...
This game looks sick as fuck.
It does.
I need it.
It does look
In
like
concept,
From the story
I should like
to the
XCOM.
characters to the style, it looks good. Now,
I
I'm
will
not gonna
say
speak
this,
on the
though.
gameplay because I
have one minor
I'm
complaint about the
unaware.
casting. I have one minor complaint with the casting.
want
They
Storm?
should have replaced they should have replaced Wolverine with X-23.
Oh.
Because
Was she in the original? Because this was like a comic or a storyline at one point, right?
Yeah, it was a storyline from like the 90s.
yeah,
It's like, fucking punk rock hair. Goddamn.
I mean, it was Ghost Rider, Mobius, Blade. Like it was the magical
This game
people
has a
doing
sick
magical stuff.
fucking
It's
cast.
Justice League. It was the
Right.
Justice League Dark of Marvel.
We get Robbie Reyes in fucking Blade. And like, let me just say, like, that Ghost Rider, his drip, it's like
Oh, Robbie Reyes is just.
it's like his skull head is like Ichigo's mask, and the flame just comes out of that shit perfectly. I'm like, oh, this is pressure right here. Like that.
And
shit
he drives a Mustang.
yeah, fucking muscle car. Like
And
that
he
shit
drives a
That
Mustang.
shit
Like,
had me hype. That shit had me hype.
But yeah,
it looked like
if I got to make a pick though, I would replace Wolverine with X-23 because she's the one who's actually gone to hell.
So, the Hell Arc. Is that what
Yeah.
this is, basically?
Well,
I mean, we don't know
no,
what the
okay,
Hell
so
Arc
pretty
is
much-
quite yet.
if anything, is Diablo 4.
Well, no, this doesn't play like Diablo. It plays like XCOM.
Right. No, I'm saying like
So,
the
like
boss
Mario
is,
and
the boss
Rabbids
is,
Kingdom Battle.
the boss is Lilith. That's what I was getting at. So like that's
Yeah,
the
I
main
mean-
kind of character.
That's
Okay.
the villain. I don't think I've heard of Lilith in Marvel. Well, not in a while. She's not a character who hasn't showed up in a
Well,
long
when was the last time you heard about the Midnight Suns?
Exactly. Like
No, like literally, that's something they pulled out. It's a storyline from the '90s that they literally pulled out for a new game. If that's
so, I actually just watched a video on it. The dude over it, he was saying like Midnight Suns was his favorite Marvel thing, and you thought it would be really cool to have like have Marvel but take a more like paranormal take since they don't really dive into that a lot anymore. So,
That's the thing about it. They still do though, because there's like
I mean, like more so in like the main like larger media outside of just.
Did
the
y'all
comic
see
books.
the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer?
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
Ooh.
but
I'm talking.
Really?
I'm like demons, like fucking killing demons.
No,
and
but that's the thing about it is
vampires
they
and
fight
shit.
demons. Like Wolverine has gone to hell multiple times. All
In
the
what
characters have
movie?
fought- like,
In what
Magic's
movie?
entire
In
thing
what
is-
video game in recent years has had that? That's the point that I was making. Now,
Okay,
comic
okay,
books. That's fucking. They got everything there. Everybody has their right. But like movies, video games, like we don't see a lot of that shit. Like the Blade movies on,
Yeah, but
coming-
then also like
it's on the slate.
outside of like the Spider-Man game we haven't really got many Marvel games that weren't just mobile cash grabs.
yeah, like that new one,
Yeah, like that new one they showed off at Gamescom.
that Whitewash Storm.
I will say this: Marvel has a problem with whitewashing Storm. They do it all the time.
They just keep making her lighter. Each time they're like, oh, well, we gotta make her lighter than the last one.
Is there a different
Right.
Marvel game
So
that
I
was
hope this
also
game adds
shown?
more characters.
There's Marvel's Avengers. I know that Fortnite season was a Marvel game. Like when you go to Marvel,
Anton, no one
like,
cares about
game
Fortnite.
website, they have Guardians of the Galaxy coming. They have I feel like we're getting.
No, we're getting more games now, but specifically on the paranormal stuff, Madrid's right. We haven't gotten comics and TV shows in a while. I mean, outside of the comics.
I mean, Blade's going to be part of the MCU in the near future. That's the interesting thing about a lot of these games, is the Spider-Man games, even though they're not tied in with the movies in any way except for some of the suits are in the game. I just lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah, Guardians. So, like, the Guardians in the game aren't the same Guardians from the movies, but the game will get me excited for the movie. Or if I don't play the game before the movie happens, the movie will convince me to get the game on sale.
You know, I'm going to be 100 here. I do not care about the Marvel movies anymore.
What?
Why not?
I don't.
Have you
don't
been
really
watching
care.
the shows? Because I mean,
What If? I've been enjoying What If, but I don't. The movies I don't care about. Like,
Do you enjoy Loki?
I don't really care. Huh?
Did you enjoy Loki?
Well, so wait, what was the last Marvel movie you cared about?
Black Panther.
So you know nothing out of Infinity War and
I've
Endgame?
seen them all. I just don't really care. And the main reason I don't care is because, like,
Dog, I'm stoked for what they're like.
I mean, the reason why I don't care is because, like, mostly comes to the fact that, like, number one, the characters aren't consistent because, you know, they keep trading off directors, and I don't even think the directors can really do what they wanted to do with these characters.
That's true.
So it's like,
I don't know, man. I feel like the way the MCU's been going, and
actually, I think the main reason why is because I
they're
read the comic
tackling
books and you
multiverse,
don't.
and they're going to tackle the multiverse at such a high quality because it's been at such a high quality.
I don't
like,
think it's. That's the thing about it. I don't think it's at a high quality. I don't.
none of the movies that do anything with that have come out except for Spider-Man.
I'm talking
Far
about the
From
shows
Home.
either. I'm talking about the shows either.
Oh no!
Like, that's the
I
thing
think
about it
the
is all those
TVA
shows, you
and
could have taken
all
that
the
multiverse
from
stuff out
Loki-
and they would have been just as good as they are. The whole multiverse stuff, it's just to get people like us talking. Like, none of that actually matters for any of the shows. Like,
Okay, what I'm saying is the new Spider-Man movie, the new Ant-Man movie, a lot of the, because I get you with Black Widow, I get you with Shang-Chi, and like even the Eternals.
that's the one I would actually pay to see because I want to see a
What
Kung
the
Fu
fuck?
film.
That's the next one. That's the
But
one
I
that's
don't.
about
But that's
to
the thing
come
about
out
it is,
in
I
like
said
a
I would
week.
pay. I said I would go see that one. I didn't say I cared. Like, if, like, I'm serious. Like, I would not.
Okay, it's not
Okay,
just me.
let me elaborate.
Hold
Let me
on.
elaborate. Okay, great. Let me
I'm not
elaborate.
the
Let me-
crazy person here.
Let me elaborate. Let me elaborate. Here's what I mean by this. If you asked me to go pick a movie to go see, I'm not picking a Marvel movie. But if any of y'all said, hey, let's go see a Marvel movie, I'm going immediately.
You just said you want to go see it.
I said I would see it. I didn't say go. I want to. I said I would.
Okay, I got what I needed out of that exchange. So
My entire point is I don't care about the movies, but if anyone offered to go see one of the movies, I'd go.
yeah,
They're not a movie I'm excited for.
Go
Like, I'm
see
excited for
Shang-Chi.
Doom. I'm not excited for.
I'm excited for the Eternals. I'm excited for the next Spider-Man. I'm excited for the next
am
Ant-Man.
excited for the next Spider-Man.
It's
I don't-
Blade, Fantastic Four. We got a whole bunch of shit coming down the pipeline, and I am here for all of it.
I'm not. I'm honestly. I don't. I'm not. I just don't see Disney willing to do everything that's needed to be done with those characters.
But I mean, outside of the comics, from what I understand, are at a high
Oh
quality
no, the comics are fucking
right now.
amazing. Oh
the
no,
games are at a high quality right now. The movie,
that's questionable.
Hold on.
That's questionable.
Marvel games are not at a high quality right now.
That's at best you got the
Spider-Man?
PS4 Spider-Man. That's it.
the only bad one that you can really point to is Avengers.
And
You
it's
mean-
really
you mean
fucking
other than
bad.
the other cash grabs. Like,
What
that's
are-
the thing about
what
it
are
is,
their other games
other than
right
that,
now?
they were
What's-
all cash
The
grab
other one
local
is like
games.
what? Fucking Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. We saw how well that
Like, you got
did.
Contest of Champions. Like, yeah, the only one that wasn't a
Mobile
mobile game
games.
is...
Bad.
Yeah, the only non-mobile games are the last Ultimate Alliance that came out,
which
the
people like.
PS4 Spider-Man, Miles, and the Avengers. Those are the only ones that weren't mobile games.
Okay, so fucking 3 out of 4.
No.
I mean, really.
Guardians of the Galaxy's on the horizon. This one's on the
That's
horizon.
not till October, so that's...
And like Miles was kind of just like it was just a DLC, so can't really call it.
It was
another
a
game.
standalone game that was just shorter. It's like
It could have been an expansion.
Yeah, I mean, did you pay $60 for it? I'm just saying, Spider-Man was great, but that's the only Marvel game that I've seen that's been really great.
yeah, but Chris, what's your problem with Avengers?
Generic.
The Avengers game?
That game is ass.
That game's not... What? People,
That game
if
is
anything,
ass.
some people are getting into it, and there's some very specific people pushing the agenda really hard. I'm not going to name names, but that exists.
And I'm pretty sure they're only pushing that agenda is because the Wakanda expansion is supposed to be coming out at some point.
That's
if it's
out.
not already out.
So,
Yeah, that's out.
That's where the push is
I
coming
mean, if
from.
anything, they probably just want to see that game survive, and if they're having fun with the homies. That's what
Right.
I've
The
gotten
people
from
who
it.
are playing it are. This is the same argument of a lot of things. The people who are playing this game are enjoying this game. So it doesn't really matter what people on the outside think. The fact that they just got a new hero with an entire expansion, with new enemies, with new end game content. Now they finally have it in the game where multiple people can play as the same hero at the same time. There's a lot of the problems that people who were playing the game had with the game they fixed, and so that's this goes back to the Assassin's Creed argument that you're complaining that Assassin's Creed sucks, but you're not playing it, and the people who are playing it are enjoying it.
You know what? Those 2,334 people playing it off of Steam, I hope y'all have a great time. Enjoy yourselves.
Right. And I mean that's not a high concurrent number, but those people.
But also on the same notion, I am someone who openly admits that I love trash, and I can safely say that game is trash.
I mean, what I've played of it, I enjoyed. I didn't play a lot, but I got it on sale and played the PS5 version and was like, Avengers. Nothing about it was like, oh, this is fucking hot garbage. Like the same way when I started Days Gone and I was like, fuck this. I am not enjoying myself.
That
I enjoyed
game
myself.
was hot garbage.
No, Days Gone was just...
But there are
bland.
people who
was
like Days
bland.
Gone. The fact that Days Gone is still getting content and has like a PS5 patch and all this
And some
stuff.
people purposely eat boiled chicken. It be like that.
Damn. Bless them.
But I don't want to defend people who are just out here eating just straight up boiled chicken.
That's how I
But-
feel about Marvel's Avengers. It's the
But
boiled chicken of superhero
your argument
games.
is even if it's a low
boiled
conglomerate
chicken and
number,
boiled broccoli.
if you're enjoying it, have your
Yeah, some people choose to eat that, and that's
have your
that's the
nourishment.
thing.
Right. That's the thing. Final Fantasy XIV right now isn't trying to appeal to people who aren't playing Final Fantasy XIV.
Final Fantasy 14 is just winning. I mean, they're just like.
But the content they're adding and the things they're changing and like the feedback they're taking is from the people who are playing. And while that player base is growing, and that means they get more information from more people, that's like Destiny. Destiny's been its own lane, and like sure, Destiny definitely has more concurrence.
That
on
has
Steam
nothing to
right
do with
now
its
than
quality, though.
Avengers. But
It being in its own lane has nothing to do with its quality, though.
But they're not listening to the feedback of people who are playing Call of Duty every year on Destiny, They're listening to the feedback of people who play Destiny for Destiny the same way. And so a lot of these games that we're not like League, I don't know what the fuck is going on in League. I have no...
It's hell. I'll tell you what's going on in League. It's absolute hell.
I mean, that's always the answer.
all the time.
Every time. Every time, ain't nothing like seeing someone who died 3 times in 20 seconds tell you to kill yourself. It's a wild thing.
Oh, that's.
It's like,
so
yo,
sad.
you're dead right now.
Boy,
Are you lonely?
That's why Rocket League is trash.
Dude, I wanted to do that Ratchet and Clank stuff.
I don't know
Rocket
if I could
League
ever go
made
back.
me do work. You're never going back to Rocket League?
It's just people just suck. Just like, and not like suck at the game. That's fine. If you suck at the game, you suck at the game. That's okay. Well, it's just a 5 minute match.
Chris,
3 minute match.
do you have your chat like enormously huge? Because I can, for the most part, ignore the chat in Rocket League, and unless like I'm on comms with somebody.
No, it's just
I
a
can
thing
just-
of like, if you are ass, but you talk shit like you're not playing ass, and
Talk
you're just
shit,
playing
get shot.
just playing aggressive, but you suck. Playing aggressive doesn't mean you're good at the game. You're just hitting the ball, and it goes places. It doesn't mean it's going towards the right goal. It's just going places. So I couldn't play the game because that is just everybody now. More than not, you're just gonna get a bunch of assholes trying to fucking hit the ball and then say everybody else sucks because they're not getting goals. And I'm
Okay,
just like,
so
I don't-
Chris, Rocket League no longer your esport of choice. How do you
No.
feel about this fucking
Here we
Stardew
go.
Valley esport?
2022. I don't care who it is. I'm about to make 3 new friends. If I have to, I am going to be an esport player. Fucking Stardew Valley. I put in so many hours. I put in the time. I want that trophy in my fake
Yeah.
house.
I would love to help you get there and just like, you know, as cheesy control, the same way the Resident Evil speedrun. Like, Chris, I'm not the one here doing the thing. You're the one here doing the thing. But I'm here to support you doing your thing. And so, you know, if I gotta... This is our recruitment message. Anybody who is hardcore into Stardew Valley looking for a new hardcore player to
Let's be
play with
friends.
them in this Stardew Valley esports competition.
I swear to
tournament
God,
thing.
there are 3 people out here right now that hit us up and was like, yeah, I would devote my life for the next year plus to becoming an esports Stardew Valley player. I would not play Final Fantasy 14 until we get that trophy. Will hands down say that. Every day we'll play some Stardew Valley if we get 3 other people.
You mean 2 other people?
Is it not 4?
No, I'm in.
Oh, okay. Hell
There's
yeah.
money involved. I'm in. I've put in a lot of time in Stardew Valley. I'm in. Let's
Also,
go.
it is
If
40.
we're doing
It
it
is
for
a
money, I'll do it.
$40,000 tournament. Let's
it's
rock.
$40K for the prize. I mean, that's
Like, I'm
That's
willing
10
to
apiece.
farm and mine and fish my way to glory this Labor Day weekend.
I want to be able to catch the goddamn legendary fish with my eyes closed at the end of the next year. Because all you got to do is just like a bunch of little things. As long as you know how to do
Okay, so
everything
you,
in Stardew
pretty
Valley.
much the challenge is 4 teams of 4 has 4 hours to complete as many things as they can. No, 4 teams of 4 players will each have 3 hours to complete as many of the tasks as they can. The challenge will include things like giving someone a gift they love at the Feast of the Winter Star, worth 25 points, winning the ice fishing contest, another 15, completing item bundles in the community center, another 10 points. You got to prioritize tasks. It's speed running.
It's speed run Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like different. It's like reach the lowest level of the mind. Like,
Okay, so
do
one
the
of us
community
is gonna each have to focus on certain
I'm going to the
tasks.
mine. I'm clearing that mine.
And when the easiest part
That's
of the
what I'm
mine is like you get your foraging up enough or your mining up enough to where you get bombs, and once you make medium bombs, you just bomb the fucking mines until you get the
That was my plan.
the ladders and fucking go down.
Yeah, take
Or
some
just
cake
get
with
enough.
you, too.
I think this first tournament's really going to shift the meta of Stardew Valley. You know, it was like when the first kid won however many millions of dollars for that first big Fortnite tournament. It changed the way people played Fortnite.
How did it change the way people played Fortnite? What did that kid introduce to the game?
it just on a high level, the strategies of building and stuff were completely changed. But I mean, on my level, my tier of like going in trying
down?
to, huh?
The trickle down.
I thought you were like,
No, the I still don't build in that game like ever.
Yeah.
I just run around and play it like a third-person shooter and max out my battle pass. And I saw LeBron James billboard in the game today. So,
so they're getting their money.
huh?
So they're getting their money.
Yeah,
Do
they have free guy promotions. You know that Ryan Reynolds movie?
Mm-hmm. Is Fortnite
Ryan
just
Reynolds
becoming
is just
like
straight up, huh?
Is Fortnite?
Oh, free guy.
Yeah, free guy.
Is Fortnite just becoming like an advertisement?
Always has.
It's always been an advertisement. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm so
It's been that ever since
I'm
Marshmallow.
so far removed from fucking knowing what Fortnite does.
Dude, I think if you were to log into Fortnite and your Epic account
Cannot.
weren't fucked up, because I think you put your login on the sketchy message board to try and boost in Rocket League, and they just hacked your shit and bought V-Bucks.
If that was even remotely the fucking case, I would be at least platinum in Rocket League. Not even that.
Are you gold?
Yes.
Okay.
I can say
That's a
that's fair.
you can hang your hat on a gold.
I can. I mean, it was good for like getting addicted to the game for a month and being like, I can't do this anymore.
But yeah, I think Fortnite and I don't even know, because I feel like you'd be really into third-person shooters, Chris, just because of some of the games you get into. But
Oh, like Ratchet and Clank?
Anton, I feel like you've been trying to convince somebody to consistently play Fortnite with you for years, and it has not worked.
yeah, and I mean that's fine. I've been playing Fortnite by myself for years. I just feel like the longer the game exists and is out there and is being played and gets all these enhancements and gets all these just like experiments with stuff that reverberates through the games industry, like the amount of things that Fortnite steals from other people and then improves on, or something Fortnite invents that then goes other places because it exists in Fortnite. Like the amount of things that Epic does just for Fortnite, and it's like, okay, now these things, like in Unreal, crossplay and progression are just a thing that's going to exist in Unreal 5 when it comes out, because Epic worked out all the kinks with Fortnite. Like, all these tools are being made available to developers because Fortnite.
Counter argument. They've been doing that for years before Fortnite. Fortnite is just when you started paying attention.
They've done a lot more. Like, they changed their entire revenue model for developers using Unreal and selling through the Epic Game Store, and are giving developers more money than any other platform for existing on their platform, because they make enough money off of Fortnite alone to support that.
I wouldn't say they're
change
doing off
once
the Fortnite money, because number one, you have to remember that Epic is owned by Tencent. That's something you can't forget about. Like, the largest Chinese the largest gaming company in the world owns Epic. So Epic was gonna have money to Fortnite, no Fortnite. Like, this, like, half of the whole we're gonna give everyone the best price is literally just another attempt at Epic to cut Steam out of having developers. Hence the reason they were giving those same developers problems when they wanted to release their games on both Epic and Steam.
I don't know, man.
Capitalism, subsidize me until I get the monopoly, baby.
Yeah, I mean, Tencent's just trying to monopolize the gaming market. So, but I still think if Fortnite were a game that, like, nobody had any preconceived notions of, more people would play Fortnite.
No.
I feel like that a lot of the things
think
against that game are just preconceived notions that are baked into people. So,
I mean, I personally don't like the art style of it. I mean, that doesn't.
The shooting
grab
ain't
me.
crispy.
I'm not even going to argue. Live your life, believe what you want to believe, Jalen. Like
Every time I play
you're
Fortnite,
wrong,
that shooting
but
has
I'll
not
let
been
you,
crispy.
I'll let
Every
you
time
make,
I've gone to play Fortnite with you, the shooting's never been crispy.
I don't know. They've completely like. All I do
What are
is
you
shoot.
telling me at this point they
and-
redo the shooting every season at this point?
No, they redid the shooting before Chapter 2, and all of Chapter 2 of that game, all these, like, we're on, like, Season 7 or 8 of Chapter 2, and this entire time it's been great.
I don't know. I don't find a shooting
Long
in that game to be
range,
crispy.
mid range, like, the amount of things they've done in that game that just make my day-to-day, minute-to-minute, like, shooting people, like, I don't like the gimmick of this season, like the aliens and all that shit and the abductions, and like I don't like that about this season. But when it's just me shooting at somebody on the other side of a mountain with a sniper rifle and getting the bullet drop just right, that shit's crispy.
I don't know.
I mean, it's one of the biggest esports shooters, not because, like...
No, okay, first things first. You have to remember, the moment they think a game's going to be popular, they try and turn it into an esport.
But it's been successful. It has prize pools up there with fucking Dota and League tournaments, as a game in comparison to Dota and League is significantly newer.
Once again, with Tencent owning it, I'd hope they'd have decent prize pools.
Tencent doesn't own all of Epic. Tencent
They own
owns a
enough.
portion. They're not a majority
I'm pretty
shareholder.
sure-
They're not a majority shareholder.
I mean, but also at the same time, I see what Anton's saying. Like, you're not going to have an esports competition and have a big prize pool if a lot of people aren't watching. Like, if they have a
That
big...
and if the gameplay mechanics aren't there.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people will be like, okay, we got to get our gameplay mechanics together. Like, for example, Splitgate. Splitgate has been in early access, finally came to consoles, still technically in beta, and I'm sure Splitgate is going at the angle of, like, we got to be an esport.
And
so
I've been
that's why-
saying that's what every game has been trying to do since release, ever since esports became a thing.
but it's
Every single time you
but
see
they
a new
fall
shooter
off
comes out, the first
over
thing
and
you get
over
is
and
an
over
esports
again,
trailer.
and Fortnite hasn't.
I mean, that has to do with popularity.
And also, Tencent does own a majority stake in...
A majority stake.
No, my bad. Minority. Close minority, though.
Yeah, but still, they don't own a majority stake in the company, so it's not like Epic is a subsidiary of Tencent. They just have Tencent hold shares in the company. So does PlayStation. So does, like, a lot of other companies. But I mean, we've been going for over an hour. I didn't get to talk about... So Splitgate, as I just mentioned,
It's coming out with Infection.
Season
It's getting an
0
Infection mode.
is out.
Hell yeah.
Assassin's Creed... So Season 0 for Splitgate's out. Horizon and Assassin's Creed Odyssey, they both got 60 frames per second patches on the new... Horizon just on PlayStation, but Assassin's Creed Odyssey on Xbox Series S, X, and PS5 got 60 frames per second patches. Want to run through a couple more of these things. Death Stranding Director's Cut showed a bunch of really weird, random...
Bull.
Yeah, if you got a PS5 and you enjoyed Death Stranding or you haven't tried it yet, that'd be the version to try.
That shit looks pretty cool.
Does it?
I wouldn't want to play it, but having those, like, having more tools and, like, ways to track and deliver packages, that seems like it makes it way better.
Persona 5 is crossing over with Super Monkey Ball. So now this Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania game has crossovers with Sonic, Yakuza, and Persona. So
Hey, I just want to say, Morgana haters are weak links. I fucks with Morgana.
people hate Morgana now. I remember people trying to fuck Morgana for a while.
Wait?
No, it was specifically off of that freaking one part where Morgana decides to be a little bitch around Haru's dungeon.
Yo,
and then right after
fuck that fucking part.
like, Morgana was literally being a simp.
Literally, just
Like,
fucking you.
like Morgana's an honest-to-God simp. He's a Maladian simp.
Okay, damn.
Was that? Wait, was that?
So?
Was that the part? No, the man was
Damn,
just
the
mad
man
'cause
he can't simp. He's a cat.
dog. He just needed.
If he's
to
going
sit
simp,
back.
he should have been consistent.
The man.
If he was going to simp, he should have stayed consistent.
Was this about simping? Was it really?
No, it was really more of the fact that Morgana be talking spicy to Ryuji all the time, but then Ryuji clapped back and Morgana got his feelings hurt and ran off like a little bitch.
Right. All you had to do was talk about your feelings. That's all he had to do.
Or heck, stop
friendship.
attacking people so much if you can't take it.
That's true.
That's what.
Like
that's
you
what
and
cats do.
Morgana's entirely too sensitive for all that shit he be talking.
Okay, damn. He's insecure. He was
Yeah.
questioning his own existence.
I mean, everybody
So-
comes to fucking Joker.
So Morgana roasting on people was just a trauma response, if anything.
It is.
The motherfucker was just born.
That doesn't accept. That doesn't accept anything though. That doesn't make it acceptable. He's still he's still taking out his own insecurities on the people he claims to be his friends.
Right. Just
Like-
just because the hurt doesn't mean it's right.
Okay.
And then also,
That whole game's
Morgana
about
has
coping
been up
mechanisms.
Ryuji's ass since day one. That's another thing. That's another thing.
He's sleeping next to Joker, who everybody goes to. Just talk to Joker. He's gonna deal with your problems, and by him I mean me. I'm gonna deal with your problems. It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna tell you you're the greatest cat I've ever met in my life, and I need you, and everything's fine. Because
How did your cat feel about Morgana?
My
Your
cat.
actual cat.
Cat sat in my lap as I was playing Persona 5, so I think him and Morgana were kind of cool.
Okay.
Well, my dog tried
Is there
to eat
anything
my Morgana
else?
plushie.
Cult of the Lamb looks amazing.
What?
Cult of the Lamb. You get a black crown by a demon. You start up a cult. It's great. It's great. It's adorable. Look up that trailer.
You get
Yes.
Okay. Just to break down some of the Xbox Gamescom stuff. Dying Light 2, Flight Simulator World Update 6, Humble Games coming to Game Pass, Into the Pit, which looks like Hades, not Hades,
Doom.
Doom.
Doom, but you have magical powers instead of guns.
You know, I still need to play Doom Eternal. They got a PS5 version, and so I just have it. That and Jedi Fallen Order are the two that I bought those games. It's like, oh, they're getting a PS5 patch. I'll play those when that comes around.
You know what else is getting an Xbox is getting an Xbox Series X pass or patch. You can now or eventually we'll be able to stream on consoles. That was one of the things they showed on your little Xbox One.
Starting, using xCloud, like
Yeah.
playing stream games on your console instead of having to download them. So, and I mean, that's something that I'm surprised they haven't had yet, considering they control that whole ecosystem. But,
I think it was just more so of like waiting until things became too strong or like too powerful for the last gen to play.
One.
Yeah. So it makes sense that they were waiting on it.
Age of Empires 4, Wasteland 3, Cult of the Holy Detonation DLC, Sea of Thieves Borderlands ship. And some of these Sea of Thieves ships that I've seen have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
But, my Game Pass ran out, so I'm not going to be playing Sea of Thieves. State of Decay 2 got a Homecoming version and added be a sequel to the Heartland DLC.
I have
Stray Blade was announced.
that looked like a generic fucking Soulsborne game.
Yeah, fast, more colorful Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Crusader Kings 3. Psychonauts 2 is out.
Cool.
The Gunk. And then they showed Forza Horizon 5 and
A controller.
showed a new... That's one thing, Xbox, they've been doing new controllers as well as having design labs.
I will say.
So it's just fucking like...
I will say that controller looks sick. I mean, it's a see-through yellow or gold or whatever you want to... And then, like...
It's a yellow.
With the pink paint
The
splash.
pink and blue.
Yeah. I was like, that's cool. I kind of like that
Yeah,
colorful.
it looks like the printer at my job exploded, but at the same time, you know, if the printer at my job were to explode onto a controller,
It might look cool.
yeah.
That'd be kind of...
So
I don't know if, or I doubt they would do this, but like things like that controller, if they add that design or even more designs like that to go even further with their customization for design labs.
I don't think so because they didn't do that. Like that was the thing with the Xbox One is there were a lot of special edition controllers.
That's true.
Because you have people who at this point are collecting them. So like you may have one or two design lab controllers that you made, but then you're also because they've done like that neon green controller.
Yeah.
They did like that Aqua Shift that just came out that has like a gradient kind of thing
that's
to
sick,
it.
too.
There's just been they have like that red camo, so they're still cranking out these special edition controllers, and I mean it's even on the Elite side of here goes the one that's themed after Master Chief's suit of armor.
With that little copper D-pad.
I don't think it's actually copper. I think it's still just plastic. Oh well, it might be aluminum because I know some of the parts on the.
Still dope. Actually, yeah, holding an Elite controller, it feels like I paid $160 for this damn controller, which is nice.
It's fun.
I mean, if you paid $160, you want to feel like you're holding $160.
How does it feel in comparison with the PS5 controller? I know you can't do it 1-to-1, but I feel like outside of me, you're the one on the podcast who spent the most time using a PS5 controller.
It's definitely heavier, which I guess somehow that equates to like the heavier and the material is better on the Elite controller, I think. But I mean, other than that, I would compare the PS5 controller to a regular Xbox controller, to me. But it's also only fucking heavier because there's batteries in it.
I feel like it's...
No, I'm talking about like the Elite. Because I'm
Yeah,
holding
but
this one right
I'm-
now. It's like, but there's also back buttons and then it's got metals and switches and all that on the Elite that's different from a regular Xbox. When I held the PS5, I was like, this feels like holding better than a Pro controller, but kind of the equivalent of an Xbox controller. Just because it actually fits right in the hands.
I can't find any of my Xbox controllers, but I still feel like the PS5 controllers are just... They're better than the default Xbox controller.
Yeah, actually, I'll give you that one.
But it's just not as good as the Elite.
It
And so
just
I'll take
feels
that.
it just feels premium. It's like holding a fucking iPhone compared to the new gen iPhone compared to the last gen iPhone. Because I'm not even gonna say the PS5 controller is like some knockoff Android phone. Because that wouldn't be fair to it.
All right. So does anybody have one more thing before we wrap?
This Colt game looks pretty fire.
The Cult of the Lamb.
Cult of the Lamb. Devolver, you're doing it again.
It's a cross between Binding of Isaac and Don't Starve. I enjoyed both those games. I played way too much Don't Starve, when it was like the PlayStation Plus game of that month. I think I almost platinumed that game.
This is definitely an anime.
Some of my rarest trophies to this day are from Don't Starve.
What's this cult
Yeah.
game we're talking about? 'Cause
2 out of my 5
Cult of the
rarest
Lamb.
trophies
Cult
are
of-
from Don't
Look at
Starve.
the
Look at the
chat that we're in.
I shit you not. I scrolled on Twitter for about 30 seconds, and it was the second thing I saw.
Tight.
So they're listening.
Tight. I'm here for a good cult.
Right.
Oh, there's an Okami Android. It's amazing. Darren, get on it.
Ooh, I do have one more thing. I recently copped Ring Fit Adventure, and I finally played today.
How was that?
That's cool. I feel like this is definitely a good compromise for people who like don't have the motivation to work out at all, because it simply just gamifies working out. You know, like the gameplay is you running in place, and for like added exercise, you can kind of like shoot puffs of air at targets or pull the ring con to like suck in coins and shit like that, and then you have to do random encounters. So it's really just a JRPG. So it's fun. I got a good workout in. It definitely gets intense, and then like over the course of playing it, you learn more exercises, and doing exercises is how you like do these random encounters. So like let's say you got to do like 30 squats to beat this slime that you just ran into. So yeah, if you want to get in shape, I'd say check it out.
Okay. Is that it for everybody? Anything anybody wanted to tackle before we get out of here for the next week?
We're about to get flooded with more news, so enjoy.
Right.
Right.
Dang, like Gamescom still going on tomorrow.
Right.
Remember the Discord. Like, if you want to be in the know and like have our up to the minute thoughts and watch along and do all that kind of fun stuff, join the Discord. Okay. Until next time, remember you can follow us all collectively around the internet, cheesycontrollerpodcast.com. You can follow me on Twitter at Anton63X's Chris.
You can follow me as Chefing Chris.
Madrid.
Speedwagon X.
Jalen.
Squid Bishop.
Alright, this has been a No Is Good production. The audio version is edited by Akumasanti. The video version is edited by Lon and Twisted Mind. Until next time, keep it cheesy.